Time now for our rants and raves of the week, starting with you, Dan.
I have a rave for Jay Rosen, the New York University journalism professor and author of the blog Press Think. He has been closely following the ethical issues surrounding Sheldon Adelson's acquisition of the Las Vegas Review-Journal, which, as you may remember, was originally done in secret. There are so many issues about this that I can.
You should say Sheldon Adelson is the gambling mogul.
The casino mogul.
Conservative benefactor,
absolutely.
Dorchester native.
Yeah.
But what Jay Rosen did this week is he wrote a long post on Gatehouse Media's involvement in this and questions that they should be answering because they had owned the paper, they sold it, they're involved. This matters because Gatehouse owns 100 papers in New England, including some of the biggest papers like the Providence Journal, Worcester Telegram, and Gazette. I'll try to post a link to it in the comments.
They were sent out to be hitmen, basically, right?
Got to keep moving. Callie, what do you got?
Politico. This is my rant rave because I can't stand Politico. Some of their product is well done, but a lot of it because the women and people of color never rise anywhere in this organization as I would hope in a new media organization. Anyway, several of the people, the co-founder Jim Vandehei and Mike Allen, many people will know he started the Political Playbook, are leaving to start a new venture. I'm hoping that means that what they leave behind will mean the rise of people with skills and talents. Okay, I'm gonna hope. So that's why I'm rant raving.
All right, who's next? Let's see, Adam.
I got a belated rave for your colleague at BZ, your ex-colleague Jim Armstrong, who left earlier this month. I got to know Jim a little bit covering the Bulger trial and the Tsarnaev trial. I thought he did the best job of any journal. There were a lot of good people covering those. I thought he was better than anyone else. He's also one of the nicest people I have met in this business. He's leaving to go work in communications for a healthcare company, and I will really miss watching him and reading him as he delivers the news.
Likewise. He was the tweet king, right?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Great guy, fine reporter.
It was really a personal decision, right? They wanted more.
Young family, wanted a normal life. You don't have that when you're a general assignment reporter in TV news. That's right.
Yeah. That's too bad. All right, John, what do you got?
Well, as you know, I've probably ad nauseum ranted in the past year about these phony town halls that pollute up the campaign, where supposedly regular folk get a chance to really put these candidates to the test with their homespun honesty and wit, okay? Well, it turns out, here's a case in the CNN town hall forum with the Democratic candidates last week, or was it earlier this week?
Right,
it's all a blur now. Where a citizen question wasn't so spontaneous. Take a look at this.
Secretary Clinton, sorry. I can see why they gave you this question. I just wanted to know which of our previous presidents has inspired you most and why.
They gave him, meaning the producers of this fake town hall, gave the kid a question and told him who to give it to, and he flubbed it, and he blew their whole cover. Which to me calls into question all the other questions that were asked, calls into question the whole premise of the town hall.
He was supposed to ask that to Bernie Sanders.
I guess, or
no,
whatever.
he was supposed to ask it to her, started asking it to Sanders.
Yes, Secretary Sanders, he called him. So please, cut the fraud. We know what you're up to.
All right, finally tonight, I got a rant once again for the Boston Globe because this problem has not been solved. People are getting their newspapers late or not at all, and more frustrating, and I don't really care, but I did go check my bill, and I noticed I was billed for the entire month. I didn't have newspapers for about 8 days on and off, or they came, one day they came at 4 o'clock with it. So I think what they need to do is some kind of a blanket deal here where they give everybody 2 weeks or a month of a free subscription. Because for one thing, there was no way to even go on the website to say day after day after day that you wanted a rebate or whatever it was because the website wasn't working. So they got to acknowledge, they got to do something more. This is still like at this, I don't know, are you getting your papers every day?
Off and on.
Yeah. Anybody else?
We're completely unaffected.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, we're Sunday only. Missed it for 2 Sundays and then got it last weekend.
Right.
The Times, by the way, kept coming throughout.
And in fairness, my street does have a little wind in it at the very end.
But they
found
those
it windy
before.
Streets.
They found it before, though, right?
Yeah, for many years without incident. Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
that is it for our show. Tell us what you think. Email us, tweet us, or leave a comment. We're always on at beatthepress.org.